From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Beloved, certainly some of you by now have seen some of my coverage reminding you of something that took place a couple of plus years ago from former LA City Council President Nury Martinez. Now, this little Latina twitched her hips in a meeting along with some of her other fellow Latino assembly folks, lawmakers and policymakers, where none of the rest of them pushed back. In fact, they started laughing when she used unabashedly, repeatedly, a nonstop anti-Black statement. Now, I'm going to play for you this clip just to remind you a little bit of what's going on. Watch this.
President Biden is weighing in tonight on a growing scandal here at home. He's calling on 3 Los Angeles City Council members, all Democrats, to resign over racist comments heard in a leaked audio recording. CBS's Mark Strassman reports tonight from L.A.
They came in outraged.
Shame on you.
United against their elected dividers.
You are a disgrace.
A moment of backroom bigotry captured on a leaked tape. 3 Los Angeles City Council members, all Latino Democrats, led by Councilwoman Nury Martinez.
I see a lot of little short, dark people.
Hateful comments fired in all directions, and no one pushed back.
On these tapes, I have heard the worst of what Los Angeles is.
Councilman Mike Bonin's young Black son was a Martinez target. On tape in Spanish, she calls him a little monkey.
My son? Man, that makes my soul bleed, and it makes my temper burn.
Her critics, Nury's jury, include Bonin, a furious father.
First, you must resign, and then ask for forgiveness.
Martinez was a no-show today, taking what she called a leave of absence. Councilmen Gil Cedillo and Kevin De Leon showed up, but never spoke. All 3 have apologized.
As I listened to it more and more, I gasped more and more.
Gustavo Arellano, a columnist for the Los Angeles Times.
I'm glad Latinos especially are being some of the loudest voices against them.
If they're on life support now, how much time do they have?
That is a question only their arrogance can answer.
In this moment, Nury Martinez is politically radioactive, rejected by her former power base, Latino constituents, and Democratic Party elites who got her elected. Her comments have offended and embarrassed all of them. Nora?
Mark Strassman, thank you.
Okay, family. Now, of course, that's just a little bit of the video, the audio that that clip referred to. And look at my previous videos on this very network over the past several days that I've been doing. Well, Foundational Black Americans, I have been hearing, and of course, me personally, I'm also calling for an investigation because we moved on because she stepped down and some of the others were embarrassed and humiliated and some of the others stepped down. But family, that's not enough. These folks were there, and don't forget, that conversation, the context of that conversation was about a redistricting meeting. They were literally sitting there talking about replacing Black Americans' power in the region and replacing it with their folks, with their people. Now, in the wake of all this ICE talk and illegal immigrants and a large number of folks in that area in LA make up Hispanic folks that have violated the law to get here, of course, they're criminals. That's what you call that when you violate the law. Beloved, some folks are saying, is this one of the reasons why so many Democrats, because all of those Hispanic lawmakers, Latino lawmakers were Democrats. Folks are saying, is this why so many of them there are pushing back against ICE holding and detaining and shipping back folks that violate the law, illegal criminals back to their countries? So we need to see exactly where was this going, because this has been a plot And if you watch my previous coverage that I did on this a few days back, you will see where I quoted the great Dr. Claude Anderson, our living legend that worked for the Jimmy Carter administration. He blew the whistle in his book, Powernomics, explaining that this was a plan that has been in place for many, many years. How folks from their community, the Latino community, had openly stated some of their organizations, some of their people in organizations, how they intended to replace some of us, including in terms of districts, representation, business, and so forth and so on. So be sure to watch that. Now, just because a couple of them stepped down and stepped away from the camera doesn't mean we shouldn't be looking at the behind the scenes of them taking over in terms of power for Black folks there. We need to see just how far this rabbit hole goes. What do you think about it, beloved? I can't wait to hear your comments below. My name is Vicki Dillard, Precious. Be sure to go to my website at VickiPlanet.com. I have an upcoming absolutely free private offline webinar for Monday, July 14th. Go to VickiPlanet.com to save your seat. I'm going to be breaking down the dark ghosts behind this war with Iran and Netanyahu and his people. You don't want to miss it. It's actually connected to some of our ancient ancestors and the power that we once wielded. And I'm going to be talking about the metaphysical and the spiritual dynamics behind it and what we can do about that today. You don't want to miss it. Your life will never be the same. Go to VickiPlanet.com. I can't wait to see